Angel says, "My child, in the quiet of your soul, where whispers of hope and echoes of struggle intertwine, a divine message has been delivered to you, a message not born of human hands but carried on the breath of heaven itself." This is not a casual word, not a fleeting thought to be brushed aside, but a summons from the eternal, a call so urgent and sacred that it demands your attention. God Himself has spoken, and His words are clear. This blessing will save your life. These are not mere words of comfort or encouragement, they are a divine decree, a lifeline extended to you in this very moment, wrapped in mercy and sealed with purpose. And I, your angel, have been instructed, not asked, not suggested, but instructed, to ensure that you do not miss this. Heaven is watching, not with judgment but with anticipation, waiting to see if you will open your heart before the 7th day of June 2025. This is not a random date, not a coincidence, but a divine marker, a moment etched in the eternal calendar where your destiny is poised to shift. Why now? Why this urgency? Because something is being released, something with your name written on it, something so profound that it cannot be ignored. This is not a routine message, not a poetic flourish meant to stir fleeting emotions. This is divine timing, a revelation that carries the weight of destiny. It is heaven's emergency, cloaked in the tenderness of mercy, reaching out to you in a world that has pressed you, tested you, and at times seemed to abandon you. You have carried burdens that should have broken you. You have walked through valleys of silence, where your cries seemed to echo unanswered. You have faced abandonment in the sight of others, yet you have clung to faith, even when it felt fragile, even when it was all you had. And now, heaven declares, enough waiting. The time of enduring in silence is over. The season of merely surviving is done. You are being summoned, not invited, not encouraged, but summoned, to receive what has been prepared for you. This blessing is not optional. It is not a reward for your endurance, though your steadfastness has been seen. It is not a pat on the back for surviving the storms. It is a lifeline, a rescue woven in light, a turning point so deep, so personal, so holy that when you look back, you will say with awe, that was the moment heaven stepped in. This is not about adding a touch of comfort to your life, it is about saving it, about redirecting the course of your existence toward the purpose for which you were created. You feel it, don't you? That stirring in your spirit, that holy pressure that has been building, that trembling in your soul that tells you something is coming. It is not your imagination. It is not a trick of the mind. That restlessness in the night, that ache to break free, that longing to move forward even when the path is unclear, that is heaven. That is me, your angel, whispering, stirring, preparing you for what is too big to miss and too precious to delay. In the throne room of the Most High, your name was spoken. Pause and let that sink in. Your name, spoken not in passing, not as an afterthought, but with intention, with reverence, with purpose. There was a meeting in heaven, and you were the subject. I was there, witnessing the moment when the God who formed you called you forth again, not as a mistake, not as a burden, but as a vessel of glory. You were remembered in the divine council, and that remembrance has unleashed this moment. This blessing is not random. It is not a coincidence that you are reading these words, that they are resonating in the depths of your being. Something that was meant to destroy you is being stopped. Something that was meant to distract or delay your purpose is being removed. Something that has been silently draining your spirit is being broken right now, in this very hour. Why? Because your future is calling. Because heaven needs your light. Because someone, somewhere, is waiting for the sound of your testimony, for the evidence of your breakthrough, for the story of how you overcame. Your breakthrough must not be postponed, and that is why I am urgent. That is why I repeat, with the weight of eternity behind my words, open your heart before June 7, 2025. This date is not arbitrary. It is a divine deadline, a moment when the alignment of heaven's purposes and your readiness converge. It is not that God's love will leave you if you miss it. His love is eternal, unwavering, but this specific blessing, this particular outpouring of grace, is meant to be received by then. It is a turning point, a moment when the trajectory of your life can shift from survival to significance, from pain to purpose. This blessing is not ordinary. It is not the kind that merely decorates your life with fleeting moments of joy. It is the kind that saves, the kind that interrupts the cycles that have held you captive. It breaks the chains of lies you've believed about yourself, lies that told you you're not enough, that you're too broken, that your dreams are too far gone. It heals the wounds you've carried in silence, the ones you've tried to live with because you thought they were permanent. It breathes life into dreams you buried long ago, dreams you thought were lost to time or circumstance. This blessing comes in layers, each one peeling back the weight of the past and revealing the glory of what is to come. First, there is revelation. You will see things as they truly are. The fog that has clouded your path will lift, and you will understand why certain doors closed, why certain people walked away, why the journey felt so hard. You will see the hand of God not just in the grand moments but in the details of your life, in the late nights when you poured out your heart, in the inner battles you fought alone, in the private prayers you whispered when no one else was listening. God is not just the creator of galaxies, He is the God of your smallest moments, your quiet struggles, your unspoken hopes. Then comes release. The burdens you've carried, the weights that have pressed on your spirit, they are being lifted. Not by your strength, but by the power of heaven's intervention. The cycles of pain, the patterns of defeat, the chains of fear, they are being broken. You are being set free, not to wander aimlessly, but to step into the purpose for which you were created. Restoration follows. What was stolen, what was lost, what was broken, it is being returned to you, not as it was, but better, stronger, more beautiful. Your heart, your dreams, your hope, they are being restored, piece by piece, until you stand whole again, radiant with the glory of God's handiwork. Redirection comes next. This blessing will not just heal you, it will guide you. You are about to understand the path you're meant to walk. The detours, the delays, the dead ends, they were not wasted. They were preparation. Now, you will see the way forward, and you will walk it with confidence, knowing that every step is guided by the one who called your name. Finally, there is renewal. This is not just about surviving or getting by. This is about living, truly living. You will feel again, not just the weight of the world but the joy of being alive, the thrill of purpose, the peace of knowing you are exactly where you're meant to be. Your spirit will be renewed, your strength restored, your vision clarified. You will not just exist, you will thrive. This is the blessing that saves. It is not about ease or comfort, though those may come. It is about clarity, about seeing the truth of who you are and what you were created to do. It is about stepping into the fullness of your destiny, unhindered by the past, unafraid of the future. It is about becoming the vessel of glory God always intended you to be. But there is a deadline. June 7, 2025, is not just a date, it is a divine appointment. Between now and then, you must do one thing: say yes. Yes to letting go of the past. Yes to opening your heart to what God is doing. Yes to being led, even when the path is unclear. Yes to receiving what you've been afraid to hope for. I, your angel, will guide you. I will not leave your side. But I cannot force this blessing into your hands. Heaven always waits for your permission. Your yes is the key that unlocks the door. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not too broken. You are right on time for the miracle. You are the one this blessing has been prepared for. You are the reason these words were written. Don't run from this moment. Don't deny what your soul already knows. Let go of the fear, the doubt, the hesitation. Let the past fall away. Let the light in. And watch what happens. This is your moment. God has spoken, and His promise is sure. This blessing will save your life. Open your heart before June 7, 2025, and never look back. Amen. This is the hour of your awakening, the moment when the whispers of heaven become a clarion call, resounding through the chambers of your heart, urging you to step into the fullness of what God has prepared. The message you have received is not a fleeting thought, not a passing inspiration, but a divine summons, a sacred invitation to embrace a blessing that will not only transform your life but save it. As you stand at this crossroads, with the divine deadline of June 7, 2025, looming like a beacon of grace, know that you are not alone. I, your angel, am with you, sent to guide, to stir, to remind you of the weight of this moment. The throne room of heaven has spoken your name, and the God who formed you has declared that this is your time. You have walked through trials that should have shattered you, carried burdens that should have crushed you, yet here you are, still standing, still hoping, still believing. And now, heaven says, enough. Enough waiting. Enough wandering. Enough wondering if you are seen, if you are known, if you are enough. You are. You always have been. And this blessing, this divine intervention, is the proof. The urgency of this moment cannot be overstated. The date, June 7, 2025, is not a random marker on a calendar but a divine appointment, a moment when the alignment of heaven's purposes and your readiness converge. This is not about fear or pressure, but about the sacredness of timing. God's love for you is eternal, unchanging, but this blessing, this specific outpouring of grace, has a moment, and that moment is now. The space between where you stand and where you are destined to be is narrowing, and this message is the bridge. You feel it, don't you? That holy pressure in your soul, that restless stirring that keeps you awake at night, that ache to break free, to move forward, to become who you were always meant to be. That is not your imagination. That is heaven, moving in you, through you, for you. It is the sound of your destiny calling, the echo of your name spoken in the throne room of the Most High. It is the evidence that something is shifting, something is breaking open, something is being released with your name written on it. This blessing is not a small thing. It is not a fleeting moment of comfort or a temporary reprieve from life's struggles. It is a lifeline, a rescue woven in light, a turning point so profound that it will redefine the way you see yourself, your past, and your future. It is the kind of blessing that interrupts cycles of pain, that breaks the lies you've believed about your worth, that heals the wounds you've carried in silence. It is the kind that breathes life into dreams you thought were dead, that restores what was stolen, that redirects your path toward purpose. It comes in layers: revelation to open your eyes, release to set you free, restoration to make you whole, redirection to guide your steps, and renewal to make you thrive. Each layer is a gift, a piece of the divine puzzle that God is assembling in your life. And it begins with one simple act, saying yes. Yes to letting go of the past. Yes to opening your heart. Yes to being led. Yes to receiving what you've been afraid to hope for. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not too broken. You are right on time for the miracle. The God who formed the stars knows every tear you've cried, every prayer you've whispered, every moment you've felt alone. He has seen it all, and He has not turned away. He has remembered you, called you by name, and declared that this is your moment. The lies that have held you back, the ones that told you you're not enough, that your mistakes define you, that your dreams are impossible, are being exposed and shattered. The chains that have bound you, fear, doubt, shame, are being broken. The distractions that have delayed your purpose are being removed. Why? Because your future is calling. Because heaven needs your light. Because someone, somewhere, is waiting for the sound of your testimony, for the evidence of your breakthrough, for the story of how God stepped in and changed everything. This is why I am urgent. This is why I repeat, with the weight of eternity behind my words, open your heart before June 7, 2025. This is not about earning God's favor, you already have it. This is not about proving yourself worthy, you were created worthy. This is about receiving what has been prepared for you, about stepping into the destiny that has your name on it. It is about saying yes to the God who has never said no to you. Your angel is here, guiding you, whispering to you, stirring your spirit. But I cannot force this blessing into your hands. Heaven always waits for your permission. Your yes is the key that unlocks the door, the spark that ignites the flame, the step that begins the journey. And so, as you stand at this sacred threshold, I urge you to act. Let go of the past, the regrets, the failures, the what-ifs. Let go of the fear that tells you this is too good to be true. Let go of the doubt that says you're not ready, not worthy, not enough. Let the light in. Let the truth of who you are, a beloved child of God, a vessel of glory, a carrier of divine purpose, take root in your heart. This is your moment, and it is not meant to be kept to yourself. Share this message. Speak it. Let it ripple out into the world. Like this message, let its truth resonate in your spirit and inspire others. Comment with your heart's response, declare your yes, proclaim your readiness, testify to the stirring in your soul. Your voice matters. Your story matters. Your breakthrough will inspire others, will light the way for those still wandering, will carry the sound of heaven's hope to those who need it most. When you like and comment, you are not just engaging with words on a page. You are joining a divine movement, a chorus of souls saying yes to God's plan, yes to His timing, yes to His blessing. You are declaring that you will not miss this moment, that you will not let fear or doubt steal what heaven has prepared. You are standing in faith, in expectation, in the certainty that God is moving, that He is faithful, that He will do what He has promised. Your like is a signal to heaven that you are ready. Your comment is a testimony, a marker of this moment, a declaration that you are opening your heart to receive. It is a way to connect with others who are feeling the same stirring, who are sensing the same urgency, who are preparing for the same breakthrough. Together, you are not just individuals receiving a message, you are a community of faith, a body of believers standing on the edge of a divine outpouring. This is not the end of your story, it is the beginning, yes, the holy beginning of something new, something sacred, something divinely orchestrated. What seemed like a final chapter, what felt like a painful pause, was only a comma in the sentence God is still writing. The tears, the delays, the betrayals, the silent nights, they were not wasted. They were preparations. They were heavenly echoes shaping you, pruning you, positioning you for such a time as this. And now, as you stand in this moment, reading these words, heaven itself is leaning in. The angels are watching. The Spirit is stirring. This is not just a message, it's a divine summons. The blessing that awaits you is not a far-off fantasy. It is not just an idea. It is real. It is close. It is present. It is now. With every beat of your heart, you're stepping closer to it, because God has already said yes over your life, and now He's waiting for your yes in return. This blessing will not only protect you, it will revive you. It will not merely remove the storm, it will rebuild what the storm tried to destroy. It will save your life in ways you cannot yet comprehend, because the saving isn't just about external rescue. It's internal resurrection. It's the deliverance of your mind from torment, the lifting of shame from your shoulders, the healing of wounds you forgot you even had. It is the breaking of every chain the enemy tried to tighten around your spirit. No longer will you define yourself by your trauma, your past, or your failure. The labels others placed on you are being peeled off, one by one, and in their place, God is writing something new, chosen, free, anointed, whole. The pain that shaped you will no longer imprison you. The fear that silenced you will no longer paralyze you. You are stepping into something greater now, not because you earned it, but because you were always meant for it. You are being saved for something. You are being called into divine alignment. You are being prepared for impact, not just any impact, but eternal impact. This is not just about comfort, it's about calling. It's not just about breakthrough, it's about becoming. God is not only pulling you out of what tried to drown you, He's placing you into waters you were meant to walk on. This blessing isn't just about healing you, it's about using your healing to heal others. It's about positioning you in the right places, in front of the right people, for divine assignments you never imagined you were worthy of. But heaven says you are. God says, you were born for this. Your destiny is not small. It was never ordinary. You were made to reflect the brilliance of the one who breathed life into you. You are not a mistake. You are not invisible. You are not behind. You are right on time, for His time. For this divine moment. So don't wait. Don't let hesitation rob you of what is already yours. The divine alarm has sounded, it's ringing in the realm of the Spirit. And June 7, 2025, is not just a date on a calendar. It is a heavenly deadline, a spiritual window, a moment ordained for your yes. Not because God will abandon you after that day, but because the shift begins now, and your obedience activates the outpouring. Heaven is ready. The gates are open. All that is required is your heart. Say yes, not with fear, but with faith. Say yes to the life you were born for. Say yes to the mercy that is pursuing you. Say yes to the love that refuses to let you go. Say yes to the God who knows every part of your story and still calls you worthy. You don't have to be perfect to say yes. You don't have to have it all together. You just have to be willing. This is not just encouragement, it's a spiritual contract. It is a confirmation of what heaven has already prepared. But what heaven has prepared must be received on earth by faith. So step forward. Don't look to your past to measure your future. Don't let your present dictate your promise. Let the word of the Lord define your reality. And so I speak over you now, as your angel, as your messenger, as the voice sent to remind you of the truth. This is your moment. The blessing is here. Heaven is ready. The Spirit is willing. Are you? If you are, say yes. Type yes. Cry yes. Dance your yes.